The longer this goes, the longer and the less I'm losing faith in the human race. Some of you are grasping for straws to back up what you believe. The latest video circulating is from Hart, and it's the same coin as CNN. It's just the opposite side. Both are radical. If you want someone to back up your belief on anything, it's on Facebook. You can find it. Facts don't matter. If you believe Hillary Clinton would have been the best president ever, you can find it on Facebook. If you believe President Obama was the greatest president walking, you can find it on Facebook, regardless of what the facts are. If you believe Donald Trump is the best president ever, you can find it on Facebook, regardless of the facts. It doesn't matter. Facts don't matter to you people. Make an interesting YouTube video or an interesting Facebook Live and bam. You people swallow it like a bass to an earthworm. And just hit repeat, hit repeat, hit repeat. That lady claims she's treated 350 people in Houston and has never lost a patient. Okay? COVID has been around in the United States since January, I think before. But it's been around since then. So you're telling me all you've treated is 3 patients a week? And you base your everything on that? Over 5,000 people in Houston have lost their life. Over 1 million people worldwide have lost their life. And you're telling me that their hate of Trump makes them not want to prescribe this medicine? Might be interesting to know, not everybody can take this medicine. If you have history of blood clots or stroke, this medicine can very well cause a stroke, and will. If you have eye issues like cataracts or the one that causes slow blindness, this medicine will cost you your eyesight. Not everybody can take that hydro whatever. I couldn't. I took zinc. I've been taking zinc and vitamin D every day. Mom took it. I hear you compare this to the flu. This is nothing like the flu. The flu, when you walk in a doctor's office, he pretty much knows what you have before they even test you. They know you're going to be sick. You're going to have body aches, you're going to run a fever, you're going to have nasal issues. For 7 to 10 days. And then it'll get better. COVID's not like that. COVID doesn't set a pattern for these doctors. That's why the researchers are having such a hard time. COVID doesn't set a pattern. COVID changes in each people. They know now COVID is morphing into something different. In the very beginning, the symptoms were a certain thing. Now, the symptoms are changing. Mine didn't start with a high fever. I never ran the fever that Mom did. I never had during the virus, I didn't have the pneumonia like Mom did. Mine wasn't a debilitating case. However, Mom didn't have the stomach issues I had. The not being able to keep anything down. I lost my sense of smell. I lost my sense of taste. Not everybody reacts the same. This virus gets in your body and it decides to target a certain thing. I can show you a young lady in Viter that it has targeted her neurosystem. It doesn't do that for everybody. So why would you think one medicine would fix everything? When I ask the question, do you think these doctors and nurses, and for those of you that don't know, these doctors and nurses work long hours. There are 2 doctors at St. E. And they work 16 and 18-hour days. These nurses work 12 to 14-hour shifts. Do you really think that if there was a magic cure out there, these doctors, one I know personally, some of the nurses I know personally, are part of a great scheme, a conspiracy, because they hate Trump, so they're not going to prescribe these medicines? Do you realize how stupid you sound? I'm gonna get tacky, and you brace me for it, because I talked to God about it, and He ain't given me any answers yet. But I think one of the reasons y'all have all pounced on this instant cure video from Brian Hart is because you know this thing's bigger than God. All your prayers didn't do nothing for Mom. For the people that I know that have lost their lives. God didn't do anything for them. I know my mom is with God. I know she's with Jesus. And she doesn't have to think about this anymore. But I also know this virus has ruined my life. And I think it's easier for you to believe that some doctors are part of a conspiracy to not prescribe medicines instead of admitting your God can't fix this. My thoughts on COVID. This came out of a lab in Wuhan. I have researched. It come out of a lab because it doesn't fit the properties of a natural born illness. The reason it was created was to try to find a cure for viruses. That's what I like to believe. And it got out of hand. It escaped. If you think they're putting this monster back in a box in November, you are above all most naive. They're not getting this monster back in a box. This monster that they created that's killed millions of people and debilitated hundreds of millions more. Death sometimes isn't the worst thing can happen with this. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. I don't know. I know I'm tired of being alone. And when I say alone, I don't mean without Mom. You can't go out. I can't go anywhere because I refuse to think this virus came from me to somebody. The part you people are missing is this virus completely strips you of human contact. And those on my page that have tested positive and you showed very little symptoms, you have no idea how grateful that is and how that warms my heart to hear that you didn't struggle with this. There's no animosity from me at all. I'm just relieved to see people are okay. Just think before you post something. Before you post something so crass. How people that are struggling with this virus are going to feel when they read it. Every day I open my eyes, I realize so many people don't know what empathy is. You will believe the negative and the conspiracy in a heartbeat before you will believe the truth.